Hello and welcome back to the Grand Gaels. So, last time we got what is going to eventually be our capital in Argyll here. And all we really need to do before we make it our capital is increase the control, because right now it's just a bit of a rubbish province, so we don't really want to move into it. But once it becomes good, we will chuck ourselves over there, and that'll be fantastic. The other thing that we might want to do before we move over, or we could do in the process of moving over, is upgrade it a little bit, get some extra buildings and some other things like that, just because I think that could be quite useful. So that's thing number one that we need to do today. Other things that we need to do is we need to make sure that we are not involved in any of our liege's wars. We don't want any of our land to be lost, we don't want any negative effects to happen to us. We basically just want to have this be a time for us to build up. And, well, currently that is the case. This war is our liege attacking someone, so it could never, nothing bad could happen to us from it. This war right here is a war for Scotland, which might involve some of our land being sieged, but probably isn't going to involve that, because they're probably going to aim for our liege's land in particular, so that's fine. And this person doesn't actually hate us that much. It's just a -1 dislike, which is fine. We can work with a -1 dislike. It's not like he's our rival or anything, so I'm quite happy to let him take over. And then we have this one, which is Northumbrian de jure war for the Earldom of Cumberland, right down here, which isn't our land, so we don't care. The only other potential war that could really happen, I think, is Denmark attacking the north here, but I don't think we need to worry about that, and Ulster don't really have enough troops to attack this side, and even if they did, it's not our land, so we don't care. So right now, liege's wars don't matter, and none of the wars that could be declared on our liege reasonably are going to matter. Great. So, we're basically just going to unpause the game, let some money come in, and let our control go up. That's basically my plan. Anything else we need to do? Nope, that appears to be it there. We do have powerful vassals who want council positions. Let's see if we have anybody we could replace here. Like our Chancellor, who has 4 diplomacy. We have somebody here, 13 diplomacy, they're better at the job. Now, they don't like us currently, but remember, that is with a -40 to our opinion. So, if I put them on the council, we're going to get like 50 opinion, because I think you get 15 for putting them on the council in the first place. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Slightly in debt will go away in 6 months. Nope. Actually do the maths correctly. In 8 months, that'll go away, so that's cool. So that's another 5 opinion. Short reign penalty will go away just over time. Offensive war penalty will go away over time. I think it's like 1 opinion per year for both of them. So that's cool. So I think we're going to go with this. We're going to put you on. Right. And yeah, she'll like us eventually. We can actually, I think, see if I go to this version of it, right? No, it doesn't actually tell us. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of Crusader Kings 2. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's put on domestic affairs as well, because we have some vassals who don't like us, so this seems like a good idea. Anything else that we want to do? Marshal? We currently have the best person for the job there. Okay, Spy Master. She is worse, but only slightly. However, she does hate us, which is a bad thing for a Spy Master. And then Steward. Again, we could put her in as Steward, but she's actually not good at the job, so yeah. We'll just leave it there. I'm not too worried about powerful vassals because, I mean, in comparison to us, they're not really that powerful. And they're not joining factions, so it doesn't really matter. Right. Let's unpause, shall we? And go speed 5. And just kind of let the game roll on. Okay, war declared on liege. By England. Oh, okay. Didn't see this one coming. So does that mean the Cumberland War is over? Yeah, the Cumberland War is over. I guess it got nullified by England declaring their war. What did they declare for? I love that. That is classic AI. So, Northumbria declared for their de jure claim on Cumberland. And then England decided to declare for their claim on the same thing, as in on the de jure claim, which is going to give the land to Northumbria anyway. So effectively, all they did is take away all the war score Northumbria had built up, including the, siege and things like that. That is classic AI, but hey, don't need to worry about it. Still doesn't affect us, it's the exact same war. So we did get a penalty for being in debt. We got minus 40% holding taxes. Oh, God, that's not good. Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, we're still trying to sway our ally, make him like us a little bit. I think he would probably join wars now, but there's no reason to change it. I mean, swaying somebody doesn't really have a negative effect, really. So we'll just leave him doing that. Got a new martial perk. I think we want to go down here to get the minus gold maintenance. So let's go enduring hardships. Also gives us a little extra fort level, which is very cool. How old are we? We're 52. There's a chance that we die soon. Which may or may not be the best thing, because then our son can take over and he'd take over while he's fairly young. But hey, we'll see. So our liege lost their war over here. That's such a shocker. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, none of these are going to siege our land, so we're going to continue just chilling. We actually have positive money now. How's it looking? We have 15 control. How is it looking over here? 100 control. Wait, do we have 100 control everywhere else? No, we have 66 here. The reason why I'm interested is because once we get down to this perk, absolute control, we get benefit if all of them are 100, but yeah, it doesn't matter too much. Right, continue chilling. Strathern is under siege. Why? Okay, well, I guess they are going to siege my land. That's a little annoying. However, did we not just take... Yeah, we just took enduring hardships, so enemy occupations do not lower control. So our control will stay the same. It is a little annoying that they're sieging us. But yeah, there's not... I mean, we could probably fight them off, but there's not a lot really to do. What's this? Send proposal. You sure this is the thing that you need to be worrying about, liege? Basically, he's asked for our son to be educated by someone in his court. I'm going to decline that one because he's not going to be our liege for very long, and I don't want our son to be Scots, so that works. Mercenary company is about to expire, so we're about to lose 700 troops or so, and we're going to look a lot less strong. Surety of supply. Part of commanding an army means making sure my soldiers have plenty of food, drink, and camp gear for long campaigns. Now I need to work out how I'm going to do it. So I can get well-provisioned armies, which gives us supply capacity and 100 martial lifestyle experience. I get well-provisioned armies if I spend gold, and I can get accustomed to foraging. I'm going to try and get 100 martial lifestyle experience, which I got. Wonderful. And then I can take 50 gold instead of the buff. So I'll take the 50 gold. Perfect. I've been detained against my will. Oh. And you killed 4 of my courtiers? Wait, what? And you captured some more of them? That's just incredibly annoying. If I'm honest, I'm not very happy about that. Okay, well, we need a new steward. Might as well be you, I guess, because I don't have anybody else available to do it, really. Okay, I didn't really expect for there to be this much of a slaughter. That's pretty bad. I'm going to try and upgrade my capital a little bit. I'm going to see if we've got anything that we can afford. Hill farms. Oh, cool. We get benefit for hill farms, don't we? I thought there was something about hill farms that did something. Oh, the hill farms line of buildings have additional bonuses. Ah, okay. So what do they do? So, knight effectiveness. Let me just have a look. Knight effectiveness, men at arms, levy size. It might be these 1% ones because they're very low. Defender advantage tax. Anyone else actually have hill farms? Or wait, we must have somewhere that doesn't have it, right? No, we have the same culture in every single place, very annoyingly. Alright, how about I look over here? Anywhere got a hill? Well, it would have to be in a hill. So I'm looking for a hill that isn't our culture. Maybe down here? Hills. There we go. You don't have hill farms. And then that, yeah, you also don't have hill farms? Just checking. Yeah, okay. How about here? Do you have hill farms? Nope. Okay, I'm going to need to just find that out later as to what the buff is, I think. I don't think we're going to find one naturally. Interesting. Just nowhere builds hill farms. Okay. Well, that's fine. I assume it's the 1% buffs that we have on these ones. I assume that's what we're getting because 1% levy size is very small as a buff, so I'd assume that's, you know, an extra bonus. Yeah, that makes sense for these to be the first buff, and then for these to be a secondary. Okay, so they're not huge buffs, but we do get some extra buffs from having it. Let's start building. Why not? Might as well. We're not really doing anything else. I mean, we're currently in prison. There's not really a lot else we can do. We'll just keep hanging out here, waiting for our liege to lose the war. That'd be ideal. My witless acquaintance, this person has just been released from her imprisonment. Oh, cool. I've released your acquaintance from my prison to serve as my concubine. Oh. Oh, and she divorced. Wait a second. This was my wife? Excuse me? Did you just... I'm fairly certain that he just made my wife his concubine. Well, now I don't like him. Now I'm very much against him, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. Okay, well. Yeah, and because we're no longer married, I lost my alliance. Wonderful. This is just fun. As I was saying, the war will not affect us in any way. And then you signed a white peace? So you didn't even push to win the war? Wow. Well, that's very annoying. So there's not really a lot we can do. I will mark him just now. I'll pin him just so we can remember to get revenge. But, wow. Okay. Can I ransom myself for 50 gold? Sure. Let me out of prison. Nice. Now, I still have a child in prison. Can I ransom them? For 4 gold? No. For a favor? I don't really want to give you a favor, though. Yeah, I don't really want to give you a weak hook. I don't really want to give you money, either. Right, I need a guardian for my son. Let's have a look here. He's doing a stewardship education. Do we have anybody who's good at stewardship? Not really. Okay, you're going to give him an education. That's fine. Right, so we'll go with that. Fine. I think it was because my wife was educating him. Yeah. Okay. Well, not a huge fan of what just happened there. The liege lost their war. And now we're in a little bit of an odd spot. We do have, 1,480 troops, which is not bad. What war are you in? You're defending against... you've got an internal war. That's why you... Whoa, pause. I hate that this one doesn't actually pause the game, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, that would explain why he pieced out of the war. He didn't want to have the internal war and the war against his liege at the same time. You want me to be marshal? Yeah, sure, I'll be your marshal. Does that come with any extra money? No, because I was already your steward. Okay, that makes sense. Right. I think it didn't come with any extra money. Yeah, doesn't look like it did. Okay, this is still gaining control. There's not a lot we can do. I suppose I could try and kill this guy. That's probably something to do. Yeah. Started a murder one. Oh, and my ex-wife joined. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Your concubines are blaspheming our marriage. That's a weird thing for her to dislike about us because we're no longer married, technically. But interesting. I didn't know she disliked us because of that. But she dislikes him more. So, that's all that matters. She probably dislikes him for the same reasons. Okay. Well, flush an exotic carpet. We can send that across and he gets minus hostile scheme resistance if he accepts it, or I can take it and I get minus hostile scheme resistance. Let's have a look. I don't know. I think I am going to keep it. That's fine. We'll take the negative. I don't want him to become extra vigilant, which is the other option. If he doesn't accept it, we get bad things. Also, I know that we could remarry, but I would very much like to marry our original wife if that's possible. Also, what has happened? That clothing does not really seem to be fitting correctly. It seems that he's tightening security at court, hoping to track down traitorous schemers. My fellow plotter is concerned she might have attracted unwanted suspicion. I trust her ability. She is discovered. Well, that's not great. And she was removed from the scheme anyway. That's fine. So our son has come of age and he is a mastermind philosopher. Oh. I don't really know what to do with that. You want a wife? Let's see here. Let's look for traits, inheritable, and then just see if we can find somebody. Quick seems like a good trait to pass on. This person just got the genius trait, which would be good. However, there's less chance of them having children just due to the age difference. Because she's probably going to age out of the having children section. So, yeah, let's get the marriage going there for Quick. Right. That's fine. We still have a few knights because a lot of them were imprisoned or straight up killed, which is unfortunate. We should be able to get more whenever this Recruit Hill Specialist comes up. Is it already up? Oh, it is. We only need the prestige. Guess we could call a hunt. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Gladly accept the marriage proposal. Yes, that's fine. War declared on our liege by Northumbria. What have Northumbria declared for? The Earldom of Tevitt-Dale. Ah, okay. As a prayer to strike, I hear my chancellor cry out in pain. She has fallen, now clutching her leg. I will tend to her, which will increase her opinion of us into the positives, which is quite nice. Right. And we have returned with prestige, which is all that I really wanted. We have finished our hillside farms. Missing 1 gold. Alright, and I think I can wait for that. There we go. Recruit Hill Specialist. Oh, wow. Didn't expect to see that one. Right, this guy's now joined our court. He is insane, Marshal. Look at that. Okay, and then 3 commander traits. That's a pretty good roll. I'm going to replace our Marshal with him immediately. Because that changes it from 2 years to 21 months. Cool. So we're going to get control up much quicker there. Right. Continue just chilling. Our daughter has also become a mastermind philosopher. But she is imprisoned. I probably should have got her out earlier, I imagine. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. You want me to be your steward? Cool. I'm just going to remove this. Am I paused? Right, now I'm paused. Right. I accept. Yeah, that came with money. The Great Duelist. My steward has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and a hunger for vengeance. She tells me that her son and heir... that my son and heir, Gaelic, has been running rampage all over Kirkcaldy. Your boy fancies himself a duelist. He turned up at my doorstep and challenged me in front of everyone. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am the last in a long line of victims. These duels will cease at once. This is a dangerous pastime. You need an instructor, or your father will show you how it's done. Sure, let's try and beat him. We have defeated our son. He will not duel anymore. He gained the trait wounded. Oh, that doesn't seem ideal, actually, now that I realize I just wounded our son. Right, can I get my daughter back here? For 10 gold. Thank you. Wonderful. We now have a daughter back. Now, I could just immediately marry off our daughter, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for all traits. Now, are we going to marry her off matrilineally, or are we going to marry her off for an alliance? I think I'm going to marry her off for an alliance. Munster's one of the Irish ones, isn't it? Yes, okay. This seems actually like a great alliance. 2,000 troops, they're not that far away. Yeah. And it's just... Wait, so is he allowed... Oh, he's allowed secondary spouses. I see. That's fine. I'll accept that one. That seems pretty good. And, yeah, no real negatives. Let's go with that. Wonderful. That's a proper alliance for us now. Still trying to kill this guy. How far off are... Oh, we're at 5%. Really doesn't seem very likely that we're going to kill him. Due to the scheme being exposed. I'll have to abandon that one and come back to it. Yes, I would very much like to get our wife back at some point as well. But we'll see. Right. Martial perk available. Prepared conscription. So that gives us levy reinforcement rate in our own territory and minus gold for the maintenance of troops, which is good. How far off are we? We're at 69, 71. Okay, so that's going to finish off fairly quickly. Just continue chilling. We probably want to move before we die. That would be ideal. But we'll see. I'd be delighted if your daughter could visit my court in Dundee and meet her peers. Sure. Sounds like a plan. She has returned from the court. Okay. We have a son and knight. Okay, what does he got? He got thrifty clerk. Okay. It's not too bad. Let's find him someone to marry. So, son, we look for inheritable. And we just try and see what we got. Let's go inheritable, age difference 5. Alright. Hales, I think better than Comely. Let's try and get you to marry her. Oh, does this come with an alliance? No, she's lowborn. That's fine. That's all we needed to know. Right. Clear that out. We're sorted. Okay, yeah, it still thinks that we should marry somebody. I'm still thinking that we should try and get our original wife. We could pay homage to our new liege. I've forgotten that we do have a new liege of King Duncan. We could go and pay homage, I suppose. Costs us prestige, and we could probably go with gold. Yeah, let's go with gold. Servants usher me into King Duncan II's great hall in St. Johnston, where he sits on his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel before him and recite the Anglic oaths I practiced, but the half-concealed chuckles of the court make it clear my tongue needs more practice in my liege's court language. My attendants then follow, presenting my rich gifts to the king before the assembled court. To my surprise, Duncan acts almost as if nothing had happened, and accepts my homage with grace. Nice. So it gets us 50 renown and we spend a little prestige for it. And he likes us, which is good. Yeah, we need to start getting our renown up. It doesn't really do a ton, but it does allow us to start with extra prestige, which matters a lot more in the early game than it does in the late game. So because we use it for, declaring wars. Right. Continue just chilling out. This is our daughter come of age. We will find somebody for her to marry. Let me clear out these ones here. All. And then we're looking for alliance power. Vesterland. You're a little bit away, but this one could be okay. Yeah. I think, again, the suggestion it gave us is fine. That's a fine alliance. It'll work. Yeah, it's not the worst one we've ever had. And we have finished increasing control in this county, which means we're going to switch it over. Now, I don't think it's going to be as good, but let's have a look. So, currently I get +1 from this being my realm capital, actually, in terms of tax. So, that should go up when we switch over. And I also get a boost to levies, I think. Let me have a look. There should be... I thought one of these was boosted due to being realm capital. I guess loot is. Maybe nothing else is, actually. I thought that they were. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm going to swap our capital over here, and we should end up with the same number of troops, but more money. Well, more money in this one and less money in this one. Let's have a look. Yes. Cool. So you see much less in sterling, much more here. Troop number is the same. Okay. Oh, I didn't even have a look and see how much we are making. It looks like it's roughly the same, but that's good. Good either way. This is at 88. This is at 100. So this is the last one that we need any control in. I'm going to send you up there to get us a little extra control. Perfect. We move the capital over. We're happy. Objective number 1 complete. Move capital. Objective number 2, probably upgrade capital. I want to upgrade it to this one. What are we missing? Battlements. How far are we off battlements? Are we even working on it? Not at all. We're working on hereditary rule. So we can switch out of partition. Oh, I forgot that we're on partition. That's a bit of a problem. So if I go to succession, yes, we would actually lose so we're actually going to lose Fife and Athol upon succession. That's good to remember because we have Confederate partition. Now we could potentially get them back in 2 easy wars because we'll get a claim on it, but it's good to remember that we're going to lose them in the first place. What ideally we'd want to do is create a duchy before we die. Because if we can create a duchy, then we will lose the lower titles, but we'll keep the duchy. Yeah, assuming that we don't have enough available to create a new duchy. So say we held, say we held these 4 provinces, and these 2 were in one duchy, and these 2 were in another, and that was enough to and these 2 were enough to create a new one. What would happen is it would create duchy number 1 over here, and then duchy number 2 over there. I think that's what Confederate does. One of them does that, and I think it's Confederate. Anyway, we should just be able to create a duchy. Not that one. How about this one? Ah, no, I think this one's held by our liege. Ah, that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. 1, we don't have enough counties, and 2, it's held by our liege. So we need to somehow get ourselves a duchy. Now, this is de jure part of this thing. We could usurp it if we get 1 more county and 250 gold. This might be our best option. Yeah, doing another war with these guys. Maybe a war for this. That lets us into Ireland, which would give us a new place to expand into. Yeah, I think we might need to do that. You're fairly weak. Your ally is also fairly weak. We could destroy you. Okay. Let's get ourselves a claim. Right, that seems like a necessary thing to do. Okay. And also, that gives us a reason to save our money. 1 for the claim, and 2, in order to create the duchy once we win the war. Okay, we have a plan. Our councillor just died of typhus. Well, we need somebody new. New steward. Oh, you have amazing diplomacy. Is there any chance that you could be... Yeah, you could be reassigned to steward. Then we can put you in here. Look at that. That's much better. Yeah, our council's actually starting to look pretty good. Okay, I like it. I like it. Right, we'll let it roll on. Let's have a look. 2 years left on that. We've finished controlling county, so we now have full control of every county that we have, which is great. We have a new capital. Yeah, and we have a plan for how we're not going to lose all of our land. So I think that seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.